Yeah, hi friends, Doc South here. The other day, well, as you know, I work for a supermarket. In fact, I've got to go in pretty soon and get busy. I think I got about an 8-hour shift, which means I'm going to be whooped by the end of the day. But that's okay because I know back home, waiting for me, is you say my wonderful wife Sandy. Well, yeah, she's waiting for me. But by the time I get back, she often goes to bed pretty early. So by the time I get back tonight, she's liable to be conked out. Yeah. But waiting in the refrigerator in the upper compartment, I have 2 half gallons of ice cream. Yep, waiting for yours truly, Doc South. I gotta say, I am really, I don't know, into ice cream. I wait, I watch in the frozen food department. I'll be working there sometimes, and I keep my eyes peeled. And if I see an ice cream flavor I like's going on sale, well, I get a half gallon. Not that they're half gallons anymore. I think they're more like a quart and a half. But, well, what are you going to do? That's how things are. But I get the ice cream, and I can let a good sized container of ice cream will last. Well, if I had my way, it would last about 10 minutes. I'd eat it all. But I get myself a bowl of ice cream and eat it watching TV, maybe after supper, and life is good. But I don't know. I was in the frozen aisle the other day, and a girl was digging through the ice cream. It looked like she liked it as that kind of stuff as much as me. And I said, boy, I'll tell you, I don't know what I'd do if there wasn't any ice cream. And she says, yeah, me too. She says, God, but it's kind of expensive. I said, well, yeah, it is nowadays. But, when I was a kid, yeah, and I got into my, when I was a kid routine. My granddad, I said, there used to be a place called the Aldernary Milk Barn, and it was on Route 10 and one of the roads that goes into Morris Plains. I can't think of the road right now. But it was on Route 10 in New Jersey, and it was an old barn. It was a building shaped like a barn. Now, whether it actually was a barn, held cows at one time, I don't know. But you'd go in there, and it was fairly big. It would be, my guess, let me think. Again, I was like 5 years old, but I'm thinking probably about 40 feet, maybe 50 feet by darn near 75 to 100. And there was like this labyrinth of chairs and also counters. And it all, if I recall right, there was all these people that would wait on you that wore these like paper hats, like an ice cream, like a soda jerk would wear. And in fact, that's sort of what the place was. It was where you went to get ice cream. Yes, you could buy gallons, actual gallons. In fact, my granddad would go in there sometimes buy 5-gallon containers of ice cream. Yeah, I had a good granddad. And then he'd look around. He said, hey, can you just hold that in the freezer? My grandson and I want to get a sundae or an ice cream cone. Do you mind? No, I said no. By the way, that 5 gallons of ice cream was probably, my guess, $4 or $5. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Well, we're talking the late 40s, early 50s. Right. And Granddad would I'd get myself an ice cream cone, maybe vanilla, chocolate, who knows. They had a million flavors. I mean, I'd be an hour and a half just trying to figure out the flavors. And you'd get like a double scoop. I think that cone would be 15 cents. Yeah, I'm telling you, 15 cents for crying out loud. Or you get a sundae. And it might, if it was a quarter, it would be a lot. Yeah. I swear. Of course, you worked pretty hard to get a quarter back then, too. I mean, it was all, I guess, relative. But, yeah. Oh, what a wonderful place. Granddad and I would eat that. And he had, like, some kind of way to protect the ice cream on the way home. Of course, it was a block of ice, frozen solid. But still, we had probably about a half-hour drive to where he and Grandma lived up at Lake Lenape in a log cabin, believe it or not. Yeah. And and then of course when we get there, he had a special refrigerator just for ice cream, kept it frozen, and after every supper and sometimes in between meals, he and I had knocked down a bowl of ice cream together. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Then we go fishing or something. Yeah, it was great going to Granddad's house. Grandma, too. She was okay as well. Anyway, I just thought I'd say, ice cream, I like being in the ice cream aisle. Times have changed financially, but it's still ice cream. It's still doggone good. Huh? Yeah, I know. Oh, boy. Good old Granddad. For him, Lord's Prayer moment. Our Father, and Grandma too, of course. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory forever. So be it, friends. We'll see you. Bye now. God bless.